Drawn reader digs the universe. I'm Ron Reader, and this is Ron Reader Digs the Universe, and tonight, welcoming our new insect overlords. I'm seeing some of my liberal friends on Facebook lamenting that half the country, the half that voted for Trump, have essentially declared their opposition to basic human decency, compassion, kindness, and love. And I hear that. It's a moral catastrophe for our nation. But what they're lamenting isn't entirely accurate. It's not half the nation. It's half the people who voted in this election. Remember, a huge percentage of the U.S. population doesn't vote, so none of them placed their seal of approval on Trump's fascism. Actually, I'm not sure whether that's better or worse, but I think it's safe to say that if you didn't vote in this election, of all elections, you don't know what the fuck is going on, and boy, are these people in for a surreal and dark awakening. In 2017, for the first couple weeks of Trump's administration, I had a wait and see attitude, but not now. We know what he's going to do. He's told us over and over. I explained last week some of the factors that primed the nation for fascism: democratic embrace of billionaires, video culture replacing reading culture, consumerism, and the rise of right-wing hate constituencies. All these elements are still in play, keeping MAGA in a perpetual bloodlust, especially the hate constituencies. Did you know that last week texts were sent anonymously to black people across the nation telling them that they had been chosen to pick cotton? The racists are pumped, and so are the misogynists who have been referring to women as property at political demonstrations and online since the election. The proverbial sore winners totally ready to curb stomp the people they hate, and they think they own the country. Soon, the evangelicals, who once again supported their leader to the tune of 80%, will join the racists and the misogynists in their blood orgy of cultural and actual oppression. It's a celebration, don't you know? And they've got a lot to celebrate. Soon, Trump will extract his vengeance on all who opposed him. He'll use congressional subpoenas, official harassment, lawsuits, and criminal prosecutions to show what happens to anyone when you take on Trump. And no one will stop him. Not Republican Congress, and certainly not the courts. Nor will they stop him from remaking government to suit a fascist dictator. The EPA will now help rather than hinder polluters. The CDC and the NIH, well, don't look to them for good information, because they will be run by goose-stepping quacks. The Border Patrol will become the Gestapo. The Department of Justice will become an instrument of oppression. The Department of Education, gone. Foreign policy will be about upending Western civilization. Ukraine, gone. Palestine, gone. A new government designed exclusively for despotic rule, all run by crazy Trump loyalists. Oh, and here's a really comforting thought. It's not unlikely that old, unhealthy slob Trump dies in office at some point over the next 4 years. It's also not unlikely that Vice President Vance engineers a 25th Amendment removal if Trump gets any more demented. Then Vance becomes president, and that's really scary. It's going to get bad. Really, really bad. But it's not the end of the world. We still have the freedom to fight, to organize, to speak truth to power. Indeed, we must fight simply to maintain that freedom. And we have to do it ourselves. I wouldn't look to the Democrats for effective leadership on this, and I'll be talking about that next week. I'm Ron Reeder, and this has been Ron Reeder Digs the Universe. Join me, Ron Reeder, again next week for another episode of Ron Reeder Digs the Universe.